Okay. Oh, this is actually Wave of Mutilation. I haven't heard this song in a while. Beanie? Beanie's blissed out. He's in heaven. He got the comfy chair with Grandma Retta. He's such a happy guy. December 11th. It's 12/11. Forever in history, this date has always been backwards. I always write it backwards. I always write it 11/12 for some. I just can't. It's just always been stuck in my head that way. What? Artie Pants? How do you do, sir? Handsome man. You doing downward dog? What's up, homie? You waiting for me to drop this? I ain't gonna do it. Nope. That's it. Home slice. I'm tardy. I'm tardy because I was talking to Mr. Iski. He's my chosen dad. Yeah, I get it. We choose our parents, yada, yada, yada. But I have more of an idea of a relationship of what I always wanted with my dad. I just couldn't ever figure out how to do that. So don't really try anymore. I do think I'll call him soon, though. He does have good stories. And now that, I don't know. What's that? I don't know. He's at a certain age and I'm of a certain age that I guess it just doesn't really matter. You know, and I never looked at him as a father figure. He was just a guy. He was the guy that hooked up with Ma. And then they had me. I was their parting gift anyway. Huh, Mom? Right? Yep. I my whole life has been second in inches and almost not being here. Anyway, so I called Mr. Iski earlier because I've been thinking about him, and he was in his combine. He was putting the hood back on it, and he's getting all of his equipment ready for winter. See, you do all the maintenance at winter, so when you come out in the spring, you can just start the machines and go. And God, he has so many practices and discipline. You know, it's just life. It's just, but the guy knows. So he knows. He has taught me so much in the 22 years that I've known him, and he's a really good example of patience and tolerance and things like that. And I can often hear his voice ringing in my mind. Don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff. So we're supposed to get weather here tomorrow. It's supposed to start snowing here tomorrow, and if people do not know who Terrence McKenna is, he is a guy that was a proponent of the LSD era, all that stuff, you know, collective consciousness, hippie stuff. Well, his nephew is a buddy of mine, and he's been like a Taos or North New Mexico, you know, he's been around these parts like 20 years, something like that. And actually, you know, he used to travel a lot more, but he's getting older and it's harder, and the whole world's upside down and stuff like that, and that's just not what his life is anymore. Well, Um, Terrence McKenna's nephew. He's my buddy is Terrence McKenna's nephew. I can't remember if I said that. I want to be clear. And he has a tumor on his bladder, and he's having it taken off tomorrow. And it's supposed to, like, the weather's supposed to get real cold tomorrow, and then, like, between tomorrow and the next day, it's going to snow. So, and he lives in, it's an outpatient treatment. They're not keeping him in the hospital overnight, because evidently his insurance isn't good enough. I don't know what the situation is, but, people help me, I help people. So, because people help me, I help people. He's also a veteran. He did a tour. He did 4 years at some capacity. I mean, and his dad was a freaking god, just having to grow up with his military dad, asshole dad. That generation, man, they were just the iron fist, just. Anyway, so got him a hotel for a couple days, and it's kind of close to the hospital, so if there's any problems he can just get to the hospital. It's like 3 miles, I think, opposed to having to drive like 37 miles in a freaking, in the freezing ass cold to a place that has wood stove heat. But I don't know what really kind of amenities they people don't have power. They have solar and stuff like that, but it's cold, hard life. It's a hard life. They haul water, stuff like that. So I just said, here, just go lay up in this hotel for a couple days and then go back out there when after 2 days. So see, people got to take care of people, and people don't know how to take care of people. This morning, Mom was so complimentary. It was so sweet today. She's just such a thoughtful woman. Sometimes I get mad at myself because I can't be more like her and her grace. She said, Marge, she said, you're good at taking care of people. I said, okay, I'll do that, Mom. I'll teach people how to take care of people, because people don't know how to take care of people. So then I went to Big Five Sporting Goods today, and they have these socks. They're decent socks. They're in the car. I bought like eight pairs because they're on sale. They are all marked at $2.99. Or something like that. So I bought like 8 pairs, and that's what you do. You do stuff like that when you go to places like that, and then leave them in your vehicle. And then when you see travelers at the grocery store, hitchhikers, whatever, give them a couple pairs of fresh socks, because you got to take care of your feet. So and then Mom got a new pair of shoes. How are your shoes feeling, Ma?
Good.
Yeah? And the girl at Big Five, she was so thoughtful, because I was explaining to her. I'm pretty good at explaining things. I make myself pretty clear. So at one point I told the gal, I said, my mom's not picky. She'd just settle for anything. I'm picky on her behalf. And the girl's like, oh, okay, yeah, I got it. I said, because shoes are hard, because her feet are so small, because she was born with 2 club feet. So her feet are the size of my hand. And so it's hard to find the smallest size as an adult, because they only go down so far. And then it's iffy with kids because of several factors, and those factors are kids' shoes are not made to last, because their feet grow so fast that where her feet are at that age, they're like disposable. They wear them like 3 weeks, 6 weeks. They're not long at all, right? And then plus she doesn't want to wear shoes with little unicorns and stuff on it like that. So and then the back can't be too high, cuz like on these new shoes, like these stretch shoes, the and the styles, the back goes up real high, and I got to be careful because she had a pair of Adidas, cuz how she sits with her legs crossed at her ankle, and where it puts pressure, it actually made a sore. So no, so I got to be careful about that. So but she likes them. And but anyway, so the gal, once I explained, I said they gotta be comfortable, and they're small, and so she came back. Actually, Kate, she's like, I don't even know if she found the original ones that I asked for, but she came out with 4 other ones. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. I said, you guys really do a good job. Whenever I come in, you're always, if I have questions, somebody's always there to answer them. You guys are good. It's okay for people to compliment people. People are so busy griping about people, And the whole world is just, so many people on it are waiting for somebody to be nice to them. And maybe the shift is happening, but they'll start getting that if you actually go out and do nice things for other people, that makes you feel better. But the whole world's just waiting for somebody to do them a favor. But they can do themselves a favor by just being a generous human being. I hope they figure that out soon. I really do. I know there's a lot of people out there that need socks. Stuff like that, just basic needs. Me and Mom, we're in the dog. We are definitely divinely blessed. We are definitely blessed, and I know everybody has their own path and stuff like that. There's still ways to make things more comfortable for people. I just think that most people in civilized society, we'll call it that, I just think that they just assume that there's non-profits and there's that's what the government does. It takes care of people. So there's a lot of people on this planet that are not taken care of, but it just goes to show there's a lot of people having different versions of the reality of which is this earthly plane. You know it? A lot of people are having different experiences. So many people just la 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 la. A lot of people feeling pinches. A lot of pinches. The astrology is just whoa. It's just whoa. We're just hanging. Oh, and then I stopped at Midtown, the little market here. And I got some more of the skinny on the project that they're doing out at the John Dunn Bridge, because it was supposed to be open December 1. Yeah, right. It's been closed for like 4 months or something like that. But it would be cool to go back and get the pictures of that update project, because she was the lady at the gal at the behind the counter was telling about how, because I remember when the project first started, someone went in there and stole excavation equipment, and like they stole the sign, like the flashing sign. It was like basically an F you, we got you, It was just, oh my god. Anyway, so they hatched everything down so there's like no in and out traffic allowed at all. And they put up like these weird, it just got, wow. Anyway, so yeah, And there was a guy that was in front of me getting a 6-pack of Stolies. I hate it. It always tastes skunky to me. Those bottle beers always tasted like the glue that was on the top of the lid. I didn't like those skunky beers. Yeah. Anyway, he was like sad because evidently he's grown up here and he's just gone up there every day of his life, and so it's like not being able to see a friend going up to the John Donne Bridge, is the impression that this man gave, and evidently they had to make a big old enclosure, like a big old plastic thing around it. I would have loved to have seen the design on that, because they're defacing the bridge, the actual bridge, from all the years and layers of lead paint and stuff, because that's why they did it. They made this big old bubble thing so that when they pressure washed all the paint off, it didn't go down into the Rio Grande, all this lead paint. So I would have loved to see their design on that. That would have been cool. How you doing today, Ma?
I'm doing good.
You're doing good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Watching the lights.
You like watching the lights, huh? You like living inside a light bright too?
Yeah.
I didn't turn on the main ones. See, I don't even we don't do holidays. We just like the season. We celebrate the season, you know. Mr. Iski said he made chicken noodle soup yesterday.
Really?
And so he's been eating off that, so they're eating on that. And I was like, that's funny. I made it 2 days ago and we're just wrapping up the end of it. Oh, you're probably getting hungry, huh? Oh, snap. All right, I'll get you some of is he inward sneezing?
Yeah.
Oh, look how cute. Oh my gosh, Benny. It's ridiculous how adorable these little old dogs are. They're little old dogs. Little old dogs. So many years of love. So many years. Precious moments. That's the season that we celebrate. Being all cozy. Being warm. You know. I just like helping, and because of the Earth Angels, I get to help people feel a little comfortable, even if it's for a little while. But the place is only like 3 minutes, 3 miles. The hotel's 3 miles from the hotel, so hopefully there aren't any complications. If there are, you can go right back there. And what else? And it sucks because it's like he has to have somebody pick him up from the surgery center with the driver's license, and he doesn't know he knows a lot of people that drive, but they don't have he has a driver's license. But he doesn't know the people out there on the Mesa, everybody drives, but they don't have licenses because, you know, really they're stupid. It's just another government tool, but anyway, mine doesn't expire for like 10 years or something like that, or 12 years. I was like, right on. Did I tell this story? Yeah, I think I did tell this story. Because, see, did I tell this story about... I did tell this story. How long have I been talking? I think I told this story about... Yeah, I did. I did tell this story. I'm not going to say it again. Me and Mom, we've been watching Frequency. Frequency. I called the talk Frequency. Me and Mom have been watching Quincy. Quincy is an old TV show that where he was a medical examiner. So it was the first forensic show I remember. And I got Scorpio moon. I'm always looking for the clues on everything, who people are, the situation of, or the reality of the situation and the environment in which I'm in, as the people that are having especially when I come into a dynamic, okay, well, what's their world like, kind of thing, because people are having all kinds of different receptions of versions of the planet. Ooh, I'm wearing my fancy pants. I wish I could show people my pants. These are freaking cool. These are like back in my I went through a phase that I went to good girl, flip flop. You almost knocked your own self over. Splish splash, wiggle waggle. Girl. My what was that store called? The Buckle. See, because malls, I don't even... well, they have, like, outside malls now. They have, like... But how many stores... Things are kind of reduced. I haven't been into a city in so long. But I did... When I did live in Omaha in 2016... Oh, it was interesting. They had, like, outdoor malls. But then, in Omaha, they had the place where the Von Mar incident was. I remember I was coming home from lunch on the way back to lunch to work after lunch. It was like 2 something in the afternoon, and I got passed by like, I don't know. I saw 7 cars, police cars, and then, yeah. The nonsense has been just perpetuating for years and years and years. Anyway, so we've been watching Quincy, and this old programming, it's so interesting. And I'm like, I wonder if these, like, people, these guys that were, like, I don't know, 5 years older, 10 years older than me, the ones that are running the show now, I'm like, I wonder if they watched these shows and it was like, this is the pre-programming. And the world is like all freaking egocentric, and, because they have all these characters, or these, with these, they're just, it's, Hollywood has been perpetuating the ego eccentricities as long as it's existed. It's all about it living in self-will. There ain't no spirit God in that. Creator, nope. So I hope people are figuring it out. Luna, where are you going? Luna. So hopefully the weather, I can get him from the surgery clinic to the hotel and checked in and tucked away and stuff. I got him a new pair of sweats. I said, dude, you're not going to want to put your pants on and your belt after you get your surgery, so put on these comfy pants. And they're all fleece lined. I couldn't find the ones I was looking for. Good girl, Lou. The ones like mine, I dig mine. I got to sew mine up. I just have to remember what I did with the sewing kit. I think it's right in there. So, I sleep better at night when I'm tired, because I do things for other people during the day. And most of my day, all my days are, I'm doing stuff for other people. I live for other things. I do. And it feeds, it keeps the heart, my spirit going. I feel like, when I went and talked to a head shrink the other day at the VA clinic to just put a paper trail. Yeah, she's fine. She's not going to hurt herself or anybody else, And I think it's really ironic that I got a freaking, a pass on the way there from out of a speeding ticket, because I'm not the one that gets out of speeding tickets. Anyway, I was telling him about how, oh, he was just reading his questionnaire, and he said, do you feel like you don't have any purpose? And I was like, oh, God, no. No, 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 no. No, I know exactly my purpose in this life. Yeah. It's to be a service and teach other people how to be a service and stop waiting around for people to be of service to you. You know? Yeah. I don't know how long. And here's a synchronicity I did not mention before. And then I'll wrap it up because my voice is getting tired. Me and Mr. Iski, we talked for a while before I even did this talk. Good girl! Sweet lady. Wiggle waggle. Oh, my train of thought. Oh, the guy that I was talking to, he moved here from Salem, Oregon, too. And he, as a matter of fact, he worked at the clinic that was right around the corner from where we lived in Salem. Like, I could have walked there. It was like 3 blocks away. It was like boom, 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 right? Instead, they sent me to a clinic in West Wind, which was like 45 miles north, closer to Portland. It was such bullshit. The VA system in freaking Oregon is just completely shit. It's all to pay the people. It's all to pay the people. So the guy gave me his card, so if I ever have any bad days, I can just call him. You know, it's funny. I was telling Mr. Irsky about how I said, yeah, I'm talking to the guy. And then he starts telling me about his life. Which I appreciate. I mean, I have no, I'd rather know, who I'm dealing with. Are they a human or are they, a superficial, bureaucratic, whatever. I don't know. Because not everybody has a heart. But he had just lost his wife after, his whole life of being with her. And you can just tell he was just sad. But yeah, he came here from Salem. I thought I said that's a synchronicity. And so I thought that was kind of neat. Because when you're supposed to meet people, you'll go all over the world and end up wherever you end up until and then you cross their paths, I think about how this guy who I'm giving a ride tomorrow, how many favors he's done for people. I'm sure he's done things that he's not freaking proud of. We've talked about it, I said that's the important part though, is you got to stop living that way, because you throw that crap around, do people dirty, it comes back to you worse. The older you get, because we're supposed to know better. We've had these conversations, so hopefully he'll, but just to live. My goal is to do more good than any, harm I've caused with any crap I've ever talked. That's my goal in life. That's my whole goal. So, anyway, that's what I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.